Our newsletter is dead in 2025. So I saw this question online and um, I decided why not to give my take if newsletters are dead in 2025. And so the short answer is no. The newsletters are not dead in 2025. But why? So let me share some fun facts about why newsletters are not dead or not going anywhere anytime soon. Ready? Let's go. All right. So we're done with this. All right. So the first thing is email is the OG social media, right? So it's been around forever, right? But it still works better than most new apps, right? We have seen so many social apps arrive and then they've been deleted, they've been canceled. But email, for some reason, is still here and we still use it every single day, right? You post, right? You send, people reply. That's engagement, right? So, again, you send an email, right? And usually people reply back to your emails, right, when you send them, right? No algorithm, no doom scrolling, just attention that actually matters, right? So think about that. When you're checking your email every day, either for personal or for work, right? You're checking, you're paying attention to your emails, right? Because you know it's important things are in there, right? And also because maybe you're just really interested in some newsletters, right? And so you just want to focus your attention on reading them. Number two, everyone still checks their inbox, right? Like even people who say they don't check emails right every single day, they check emails. I like check emails like probably what like 5 to 10 times, probably more times per day, right? So yeah, email, it's a popular platform to use for communication, and so yeah, I just check it every single day, right? Email's the first thing that people check in the morning and the last thing before bed, right? And it's true. Every time I wake up, right, I check my email before I go to sleep. I'm not checking my email that much, right? But yeah, it's one of the first things I check just to see if I have any like new newsletters to read, right? Also to check for any other emails, right? So yeah, it's just like brushing your teeth, right? You just check your email, right? You don't even think about it, right? When you go to work, right? What's one of the first things you do? You probably open up your laptop and then just start checking your emails for any updates that you need to check, right? Number three, it's where real money is made. So newsletters are quietly making creators six figures without going viral, right? You've heard stories, you've probably seen YouTube videos, you've probably seen Instagram posts, as well as Twitter posts of people just sharing how much money they're making, right? And tools like Beehive, right, are just making it really simple and easy to like make money, right? Every time I see creators posting who have a newsletter on Beehive, right, about how much money they're getting paid without even having to reach out to advertisers since Beehive handles all that for you, right? You can sell digital products, courses, or sponsorships directly. Again, if you have your own products, right, and you don't want to take Beehive's ads, then you can do that, right? You can sell your courses, right? Or if you have sponsorships already that you have, right, then that's another awesome thing that you can do with email, right? You have so many different ways to make money just by using your newsletter, right? There's no middleman, there's no ads, no fancy funnel needed, right? You just either have a digital product, a course, or sponsorship, or you can use like a tool again like Beehive to set up your ad network as well. Number four, it's algorithm proof, right? You send the email, it lands, people read it. If you treat your email right, because like if you're abusing your email list, then they might label it as spam, and then of course it will land in the spam folder, right? But there's a high chance that you won't get shadow banned. There's no reach drops, right? No boost this post for $10, right? I bet a lot of people would pay for that service if it was something that you could do, right? You control who sees your content, right? This is super important because you can actually, with your newsletter, you can choose which of your subscribers you want to keep receiving your email, or if and if you don't, like let's say they're just not really good subscribers, right, they're not opening, right, then you can create automations where you can just remove them to not affect your reach as well. Number five, it builds real connection, right? So you're literally in someone's personal inbox, right? You know, every email, a lot of people protect their emails, right? They usually don't give it out too often, right? Because they know that they're gonna receive junk if they do, right? It's like having a one-on-one conversation every single week with your most loyal fans, right? And over time, they start replying, right? And that's where it gets really fun, right? Because you're like all your hard work of like, you know, nurturing them, providing value and everything, and then once they start to respond back to you, it's just really fun. And it's really cool when you're able to like know that another person is out there reading your newsletter. Number 6, it's content you can repurpose everywhere, right? So again, an example of this is a creator called Dan Ko, right? So he has a good newsletter, right, where, you know, he literally reads his newsletters to make his YouTube videos. His YouTube videos is nothing new. It's just him reading a newsletter. He has said it already so many times, right? He uses that to repurpose, to create LinkedIn posts, tweets, and so on, right? So again, you can do that with yourself. I've done it many times with my own newsletter, right? Where I just repurpose the content, and it's just so easy. And then again, number 7 is your digital home, right? Social media can disappear, email stays, right? Like the analogy, right? If you're it's like if you're renting and then one day the landowner just comes and says, "Hey, I don't want you here," right? You gotta go, right? So that's how it is with social media, right? They can either lock you out, they can remove you, right? But with email, that's your own thing where you cannot be removed from, right? And when you're building your list, right, you're building an asset you could take anywhere. So yeah, you own your audience, not the platform, right? And again, if you want, you can actually export it and create a list and upload it to a different platform if you don't like a certain platform, which is really fun. So yeah, do you think newsletters are still dead? No? Then go start your newsletter right now. You can sign up again in the link in the description below, where you get, I think, like 30% off for the first 3 months or something. You get a big discount, right? Again, if you use the link below. So yeah, really cool, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.